All right, so another one of our subscribers asked a question around one of the polyrhythmic patterns that I used in the 7-day challenge. So first of all, if you don't know what the 7-day challenge is, there's a link in the description box below where I'll show you 15 different kinds of guitar parts that you need to know as a modern worship guitarist. And then the polyrhythmic pattern is one of the parts that we check out there. And I use this all of the time. I just think it's got a really cool energy to it. I like the way the accents fall, and it just adds some rhythmic drive and intensity and interest really when you use that in your parts. So let me play the pattern for you first of all. I can also use that on chords. Or of course single notes. All right, so I'm sure you'd agree that that is a pretty fun riff to do. And also in power chords, I use that a lot as well. Then it sounds like this. And I know technically that last chord wasn't a power chord. It was like A over C sharp. But this just works fantastically well, even if you just do it on the low notes. So in this video, I'm going to show you that rhythmic pattern. And in the upcoming 2 video lessons, we're going to cover my string muting technique. Because when you dig in like this, and when you want to play with both power and precision, you really need to have your string muting technique down. Otherwise, you're going to have to be like really timid in your playing because you can't dig in because you're going to be scared of what if you hit a string that shouldn't ring out. That's all taken care of with string muting, which we are going to check out in the upcoming lessons. But now, back to this rhythmic pattern, which is a polyrhythmic pattern. Now, what does that mean? It basically means there's 2 rhythms happening at the same time. So I've got 16th notes, a 16th note rhythm, but then I'm breaking that up into groups of 3. So essentially I've got groups of 3 on top of groups of 4. All right, so you can see that in the diagram above. And that gives you a really cool feel. Groups of 3 on top of groups of 4. So the groups of 3 comes from my strumming pattern, and the groups of 4, of course, comes from the rhythmic pattern of the 16th notes. So how does that work? Well, let me show you. I've got down, up, down. And let's take the delay off for now. And then I just repeat it over and over. In fact, I repeat it 5 times. Down, up, down, 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 up. So actually I do it 4 times, all right? Down, up, down, 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 up. So down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. That's 12 notes. And then down, up, that's 4 notes. 12 plus 4, 16. So if I do it nice and slow, check it out. If you want to play an octave, that's the easiest one to mute, the idle strings. So just think about it like that. The rhythm is constant, right? It's 16th notes, 1 yanda, 2 yanda, 3 yanda, 4 yanda, if you were to count the 16th notes. But if you were to verbally say out the strumming patterns, it's down, up, down, 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 up. So as with all things, before you can speed it up, you need to be able to do it nice and slow. So what we've got here is down, up, down 4 times. So just do down, up, down 4 times. And then you go down, up for those last 2 notes. So 4 times down, up, and then twice down, up, down, up. right? So I use that all the time when I play single notes, whether I play chords, whether I play power chords, whether I play open triads, all of the things we cover in the 7-day challenge. This rhythmic pattern for me is just really cool because it's just got a different forward moving momentum, a different energy to the rhythm that fits in really well. And sometimes if you play with a good drummer, they can actually hear the rhythm pattern that you're doing, and then they can start accenting certain things. And then when you start doing that, you just get a really rich rhythmic foundation that is, it's got both, it's got power, but it doesn't detract from anything else that's going on. Sometimes if you get into like weird, or let's not use the word weird, but if you get into odd time signatures that a lot of progressive bands use, then that is not very, well, it's musical because it's really clever in the way that they can play it, and you can come up with some really interesting grooves. But for the average guy and girl on the street, they are not accustomed to those kind of groupings and those odd time signatures. And that's the kind of crowd that we're playing for most of the time in our congregation. So therefore, we can't go too far left field, because then they're going to go, wow, what's that? That sounds a bit interesting. And then we take the focus off the worship experience and we're placing it onto the music. So that's always a fine line that you need to go for, is you can push the boundaries in a musical sense, right? But it needs to be there to support and to maybe take some new ground, but not be so different and so in your face that it's actually going to distract people. And, as guitarists, we really need to pay attention to our tone, our technique, our feel, just the way that we play, all these kind of things, so that we can actually add to the worship experience and not detract from that. All right. So a couple of words of wisdom for you there. Go and use this pattern. Start off nice and slow, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And even if you start verbally, saying out the strumming pattern, that's already going to give you an understanding of what's going on. You've seen what it looks like on the screen, how that 3/4 pattern plays out. And it's a really, really fun pattern. All right, guys, so there you go. Go and have fun with that. If you enjoyed the session, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can get notified whenever we release new lessons just like this one. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video where we looked at ways in which you can play more melodically on the guitar by making use of your mental understanding, your aural ability by hearing music and melodic ideas, and then the physical ability of actually mapping out the notes on the guitar. Now, this is all just the start of a whole wonderful journey, and if you'd like to dig deeper and learn more about how you can compose these different kinds of parts, as well as get access to the backing track that I used in this example, well, we've got a 7-day worship guitar skills challenge, which you can sign up for free. The link is in the description box. When you sign up for the 7-day challenge, you will learn 15 different kinds of guitar parts, making use of these chord tones in a musical and melodic fashion. And that's going to help you really map out the notes on the guitar so you can play with more passion, power, and precision, all those kind of good things that you hear all of your favorite guitarists do. So that's all covered in the 7-day guitar challenge. You'll get tablature, you'll get a backing track, and you will also get access to my personal email address. So if you've got any questions, you can just fire off an email, and then I will go ahead and address that in future videos. All right, guys, been awesome hanging with you today. Make sure you sign up for the 7-day guitar challenge so we can go ahead and dig deeper into this wonderful journey of becoming a better guitarist.